Alright, so, here we go. Okay, so, he says that it's really cool that we saw Jeddah in Rogue One. You know, the breeding grounds of the Jedi.
Mm-hmm.
He says, but there's also a very, what is that? Oh, fuck. Anyway, he says, but was there also a strategic reason? What if we were all supposed to get the mindset that the Jedi Order is very, very ancient? In one of the most recent Star Wars novels, Palpatine sent someone to Jakku to uncover an ancient secret.
Yeah. Isn't there a Kyber
In
crystal?
Force Awakens, hold on. In Force Awakens, we see that Luke is looking for the original Jedi Temple.
Oh.
The user continues. It's a Reddit guy, so just bear with him. Well, what's with the sudden obsession with Jedi history? In the Force Awakens novel, Snoke reveals that he's very old, but we don't know how ancient he is. Kylo Ren's lightsaber is confirmed to be an ancient version of the lightsaber. Where'd he get it? Snoke. Now keep in mind the title for Episode 8, The Last Jedi. What if we are learning about early Jedi because we're going to find out how different the ancient Jedi Order is? They added, what if we know as Jedi... What the fuck? Why did they say that? They're trying to say what we know, but it says what if we know. What if what we know as Jedi are not really Jedi after all? What if Snoke is the last Jedi in its original form? It makes sense that we are learning about early Jedi. It makes sense that Kylo Ren has this ancient version of the weapon. It makes sense that Luke went back to look for the original Jedi Temple in order to learn about Snoke. Another fan base theory is that Episode 8 script leaked suggests that Snoke is Darth Vader's father.
Oh my god.
Should we read that?
Shmee.
Baba de booby. Darth Vader is a secret ally of the rebels? That's fucking stupid. Rey doesn't have a father and was created by the Force, just like Anakin. If that actually happens, then I'll fucking kill everyone. Luke is actually Rey's father. That's a very popular one. Jar Jar Binks is the last Jedi. Of course. Luke is actually Rey's father, and the one about Luke turning to the dark side, because the dark side one seems really impressive. Yoda said, fear is the path of the dark side. Fear leads to anger, anger leads to hate leads to suffering. Darth Vader used anger to hate, and hate to fuel Luke's power in the Return of the Jedi's climactic battle, and the young Jedi actually started to tap into the dark side. We all know this. What if something so awful is about to happen in the next films that Luke is pushed all the way over? Okay. I can understand it. The death of... Oh, wait. What? Because he doesn't know about Han Solo's death.
Oh, so maybe it's that.
As of right now, I know... Well, no, but maybe then Leia dies and it gets... Okay,
And
he
then it
doesn't
comes
know about it,
together
so
and
that's
he
a factor that I'm
pushed
going to
push
keep in
back.
there. The most upsetting part is that it also ties into a real life tragedy. The unexpected death of Carrie Fisher in December threw plans for the upcoming Star Wars films into chaos. Now that terrible loss could be reflected in the final film in the series, Star Wars Episode 9. Disney already said they don't plan to revive her, of course. So if Leia was killed, especially if it happens in front of Luke, his grief and anger could shatter his hard-won resistance to the dark side, and the Emperor's awful plans will finally come into fruition. That horrifying and all too plausible scenario. Episode 9 director Colin Trevorrow had already announced that Luke and Leia's story would be central to the franchise's final act. But even if there had been plans for a dramatic moment, where, perhaps Kylo Ren also kills his mother, real-world events could have changed that. Will audiences be prepared to watch the death of such a beloved character now that the actress herself has also gone? With almost a year to go until Episode 8 hits the screens this Christmas, fan theories are running riot. And that is the theory. So this one, Luke is actually Rey's father. Let's take it. That's jabba. Alright, the scene in Force Awakens was originally believed to be a vision. The one of Luke putting his hand on R2D2. D2. Okay. But the leak implies that it is a flashback from Rey's perspective. During the sequence, there was also a scene where a young Rey is dropped off as an orphan on Jakku with Unkar Plutt, the drunk dealer. With this new information, it would seem likely that Rey is in fact Luke's fucking daughter. Otherwise, why would she be with him, Kylo Ren, and the Padawans? The only other plausible option is that she's Kylo Ren's younger sister and daughter of Han Solo and Princess Leia,
Yeah.
which is obviously not true.
Oh.
Other fan theories suggest that she's the granddaughter of Emperor Palpatine or even the reincarnation of Anakin Skywalker. That does not make any sense. How the fuck would that even be?
She could be like an avatar. Every time they die, the new one comes up.
Or like the chosen one resume. I don't fucking care. It's stupid. Alright, let's read Supreme Leader Snoke's Darth Vader's father. Go. A script leak from the Force Awakens follow-up depicts a scene between Mark Hamill's Luke and Snoke. I can't wait to see them talk. Conversation sees Snoke imply that he's met Luke's father. Snoke says, after all, what father doesn't see his own creation? Holy shit, this is a script leak? Okay, fans have been in a frenzy wondering what if this means Snokey is saying he is Luke's grandfather.
Snooki?
Snokey Loki Pokey. However, Star Wars followers will know that Anakin was conceived by the Force, not by a penis. His mother, Shmi, a Tatooine slave, made this clear in Episode 1 of Phantom Menace. George Lucas, the franchise curator, took the story element further with an addition of midichlorians. Lucas revealed, I'm assuming, that midichlorians are a race that everyone knows about in the world of Star Wars. The way you interact and interface with this larger energy field, which is the Force, is through the midichlorians, which are sensitive to the energy. If you touch the tip, it gets a little hard. They are at the core of your life, which is the cell, the living cell, and they are symbiotic relation. And they're in a symbiotic relationship with the cell. I don't speak science. Okay. And then, because they're all interconnected as one, they can communicate with the larger force field. That's how you deal with the Force, in quotes. Okay. Lucas added, in Anakin's case, there are, instead of 1 or 2 or 3 midichlorians in each cell, there's like 1,000. It's unbelievable how many more midichlorians there are. Unless the Star Wars new trilogy is going to ignore this explanation, it's still possible Snoke could have somehow ensured the birth and destiny of Anakin with the Force. This would make sense if he's Darth Plagueis, the Emperor's master who had the power to create life and influence the midichlorians. That, or, not kidding, it says he's Jar Jar Binks' father. Roll Tide. Darth Vader has a father? Yes, he does. His name is Shmi.